has ascended to the throne. His reign begins under geopolitical strife, contention between royal houses, and demands for the reclamation of lost lands. We are a semi-constitutional monarchy. Population is 40 million. State religion is Vroegheidschism. Key exports are gas, gold, and wine. And starting date is 1950. Let's begin.
Let's go. What's torpor mode?
It's
Makes
when
things go slow.
You can't save manually. So all decisions are final.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to read. There's a lot of reading. There's a lot of side stuff.
Excellent.
You opened your eyes to this realm. Becoming a king was never your choice. And so, you're gonna tell me what we choose?
Chudplay?
Yeah.
It was your calling.
We're larvae. From a young age, you knew you were no ordinary child. You were Romus Taurus, grandson of Queen Liza, ruler of all of Rizia, son of Crown Prince Valero, the Duke of Valenkiris. For most of the year, you lived with your father Valero and your mother Estella in a lavish palace atop the cliffs of Monkeys, capital city of Valenkiris. Each summer, though, you 1. Visited your mother's common-born family at their home by the Zale harbor. 2. Stayed with the queen at the royal residence in Port Drezon. 3. Went hunting with your father's brother Hugo in the forests of Brenna.
What are you thinking? I like 3 here.
Yeah, I like 3 too. It's hunting. Uncle taught you more than just how to hold and aim a gun. You learned the value of staying patient and keeping your eyes and ears open at all times. For the autumn, you returned home a little wiser, where it felt good to have caring relatives.
1.
Yeah, 1.
What do you think?
No.
Alright, cool.
No. Our hearts are iron. Our brains are mush. Queen Liza died.
Funny.
The whole country grieved, but the mourning could only last for so long.
When you do R's like that, does that take effort or is that just like
No,
air
it's
flowing out?
I can do like the Russian, the French, the Italian R, and the English R.
So it's just like air flowing for you.
Yeah.
It's easy. Oh wow, that's fun.
You remember 2 things about King Valero's coronation. The whispers that Hugo, now the Duke of Valenkiris, was actually the rightful king, and the shouts of protest outside the palace gates. Alone with your father after the ceremony, you kill yourself!
I was gonna say ask about the Jews. No.
Yeah, asked him about the protests. Father laughed and told you that some people had come to believe Rizia shouldn't be ruled by a monarch anymore. But of course, he assured you, they were wrong. And we believed him.
Alright.
Life in Port Drezon was less exciting than you expected. You were tutored privately and rarely had contact with non-royals. At the palace, the closest person to your age was Pavel, the groundskeeper's son. A quiet but friendly kid who knew about every plant in the palace gardens. You
Became friends.
the chud. When you came of age, your father invited you to start sitting in on the royal council meetings. You decided. It's not really good. It's fun stuff.
I think we should join. Why not?
Joining the council meetings. You're gonna be a clown amongst pederasts.
Perfect.
Members took you under their wing, catching you up on the issues of the day. One of their main concerns was Palace, the peninsula to Rizia south, formerly a part of the kingdom, a former part of Rizia that had long belonged to the Empire of Valgos. Valgsland. Now that the
Who owns it now?
the historical empire comprising modern-day Valgsland and its many colonies.
Oh, okay. My reading comprehension sucks.
Now that the
Alright,
empire had fallen, War Chancellor General Thaddeus Cesaro was launching a military campaign to take the newly independent region back. You it's time to reconquer the territory. He didn't have an opinion either way.
Let's go get it. Number 2.
Let's go. As he continued to serve on the council, the reclamation war turned on. It seemed like an easy victory until your northern neighbor Lesbia got involved, sending weapons and financial aid to Palais. Protests against the war sprouted up around the country.
Ooh, this one's tough.
There's like multiple people. How old are we, by the way? We are 20 years old.
Just about, yeah.
Probably like, I mean, maybe we're more interested in like big brain politics.
I'm down with that.
I hoped you would all come, but the fire had been lit. The next time
Oh man.
was interrupted by the announcement that the Navy had mutinied. Oh shit, it's Battleship Potemkin. Bloody clashes between pro and anti-monarchists were erupting across the country. The century of revolutions had reached Rizia at last.
Was that just gonna happen no matter what?
Oh, I'm not sure. I
Okay.
don't know. This is the first time I played this DLC.
Alright, good.
The head of palace security insisted you be driven to a safe house outside of Trezon. As you left city limits, though, an unmarked car swerved in front of you, blocking the road. A trio of masked men with guns jumped out, quickly overpowered your guards, and forced you out of the vehicle. Oh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna fight them, right? Or we're gonna
Yes.
comply with them?
Chud's fight. Chud's fight.
The captain subdued you after only the slightest struggle. You recognize one of their voices. Yeah, we're a weak little chuddy.
We're 20 years old, I figured.
Yeah,
All right, that's all
do you
good.
even lift?
Yeah, apparently not. We didn't go to military school, so
Well,
we've just been with the old men and the councils.
Yeah, it's true. We didn't enlist. One of Rizia's 3 noble houses, based in the province of Brennus. This isn't actually the whole game. Like, this is just the introduction. It's like this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Lucas Suzerain, the Duke of Brennus and the head of Rizia's 3rd royal house. The hood went over your head. Then, darkness. They held you captive for nearly a week. When rescue finally came, it was in the form of a man with a white, blue, and magenta flag on his fatigues. Velen's flag. At the palace, you pieced together what had happened. In desperation, your father had pleaded for the aid of Rizia's northern neighbor, Velen, to neutralize the uprising. That help came at a price. Velen are the Georgians. Over the next year, the 2 nations worked out an agreement to transfer control of the port of Gilles, and its surrounding region, home to rich natural resources and millions of people. For the next 25 years, Gilles will belong to Velen. Why can't we have like this thing in real life? For like 25 years, this like belongs to someone. You know how they did for like all of history? They would like trade territory.
True, yeah. I'm trying to think the last one was like Hong Kong was the last one that got given back. Something
Hong
like
Kong,
this.
Panama Canal.
I guess, yeah.
Panama Canal is
Did we
99.
rent? Was that like a lease we had?
For like 100 years, right? Because
Or is it
99
okay.
it went to the Panama authorities.
Yeah, I see they're trying to take it back now. We'll see if that happens.
Yeah, very interesting. You're gonna have your own SMO,
SMO? What's SMO?
Special Military Operation for Canada. You wondered how King Valero could have been so stupid. We thanked him for his order, and we just happened to go. I mean, the Chud's never happy. Never happy.
Okay.
Always, we're not going to be contained. The traitor Lucas Sazon was executed. His pregnant wife sent him to exile. His further punishment, Itza, the capital city of Brennus, and the Caesar's ancestral home was handed over to your family. Your uncle Hugo was sent to serve as its steward. In turn, he would take his place as the reigning Duke of Valencurie. Valencurie. At your childhood home in Monquise, you focused on finding and punishing the remaining traitors. largely ignored your duties and lived a life of leisure. You did your best to help your region rebuild. Chud.
2 sounds tempting. I'm not gonna.
Very tempting. Like, the Chud has tasted his first like little bit of combat. He's like, ooh, too screwed. I'm back to Rizia.
Yeah, genius needs space to relax.
You were a constant newspaper fixture. They called you the Party Prince. One day,
Good.
the king came for an unannounced visit. He brought with him a pale-skinned young woman with striking blue eyes. Oh, look at this. Hesitantly, she introduced herself as Lena Livingston, the sister of Queen Beatrice of Bromberg, and your wife-to-be. Look at this. They brought us Tomboy GF.
Let's go. I'm in.
You kissed her hand, absolutely. Instant.
Yes, absolutely.
Instant, like, just, we're
It is the kingdom of Rizia, after all.
Yeah, exactly. Kingdom of Rizia. This is gonna be the title. King Valero told you that you had no choice. With Velen descending into civil war, Rizia needed a new ally. A partnership with the kingdom of Rumberg, cemented with an arranged marriage, was in the best interest of both monarchies. Besides, he added, you would surely grow to love her. She turned out
her face profile. Oh, what are you saying?
Yeah, well, look at that negative candle filth.
I was gonna say, yeah, the maybe a bit of an underbite. We'll see. He's right though.
Yeah, he was right. Sure, it wasn't like they didn't bring RFH to us. Someone needs to fucking marry this this cat lady, and she comes in like reeking of cat piss, and bringing 5 cats with her. She's not doing well. I mean, she couldn't find a husband.
Who? Are you talking about RFH? Are you just talking shit? You're just talking shit.
It's a completely different story. No, I'm talking about this one.
That's alright, we like cats.
Yeah, sure. He was right.
He's right.
We hated each other so much we began to like each other. You and me began having hours-long conversations about your royal upbringings, hopes and dreams. Oh, look at that. You're gonna. She's a chud as well. She's a
Little chudette.
Chudette, yeah, exactly.
A fashy chudette. Alright.
Chudette. By the time you lifted her veil, you was true love. Years after your wedding and the birth of your daughter, Vina. Your daughter. Were the happiest of your life. The only trouble was your royalty left you too busy to spend time with family. Your commitment to being a good husband and father sometimes meant you neglected your work. No, we're not becoming a husband, Jack.
No.
You couldn't stop yourself from having the occasional affair. Oh, so we got Bap, we got Dave, or we got like AA or Dave, and then we have.
I like number 1.
Makes sense. Rumberg's hell. Rizia's economy bounces back to levels it hadn't seen since the glory days of Queen Lysa.
Wow.
Our grandmother. Wealthy Rumbergians started moving to the cities. So did economic migrants from neighboring Morella and Dirdia.
Oh my.
And Vishiks. Oh yeah, the Vishiks. You're gonna see them, you're gonna hate them, buddy. Seeking asylum from the Civil War. That's what they all tell you, right? You.
Oh, we're suspicious. We are very.
Exactly. We're suspicious of these newcomers. Many of the foreigners ended up in the province of Brenna, where a nationalist movement called Suomina, nationalist organization that puts Rizia above all. They began demanding that the king put Rizia above all. As Duke of Rizia, your uncle Ugo turned a blind eye to Suomina's activities, while his teenage son Ricardus became a vocal supporter. Eventually, Ricardus, better known as Rico, approached you about speaking at one of the group's rallies. It's the little chap. He like comes up to you, pulls your coat. He's got a giant lollipop, the big swirly one, and a little propeller hat. Looks up into your eyes.
Interesting. That's very good selling. I think we should go. I don't know if we should speak. I don't know anything about this movement.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
they feds?
you're the king. You're the prince. You're like, oh man, these are feds. That's probably what like Reagan does. You watch this, the organization's leaders bemoan the loss of Rizian territory, identity, and values. They stop just short of blaming King Valero directly, which was my father. But
That's fine.
A few years passed. It went well.
I mean, he did let them in.
Slowly realized that the uprising had broken something in your father. He began neglecting his duties as he became increasingly preoccupied with threats, both real and imaginary. Outside of the country, he gained a new nickname, Valero the Frail. He found himself under more and more pressure to make up for your father's shortcomings. Lina was patient and understanding, one of the many things he liked about her. It's like you shoot her mouth shut or something. She got new implants and not the boob. What's his name? The Stephen Hawking.
The computer talk?
Yeah, computer talk. That has like a cool down phase where like she can only say one sentence for a few hours with a character limit of 200.
Every phrase has to be like a syllogism, so it logically follows.
Exactly. She has to rhyme them as well. For
All right.
birthday, Vina asked to go on a sailing trip with the two of you.
I'd like to go on a sailing trip.
Let's go. Let's not die or something. Let's not get shot. Middle of the Gulf of Valenciennes, the weather turned unexpectedly.
Oh my
stormy.
god!
Getting fucked by weather. When the captain tried to turn the boat around, it was hit by a breaking wave and cracked in half. The Coast Guard got to you and your daughter on time, but by the time they pulled Lena out, she was barely breathing. They rushed her to the hospital, and she died holding your hands. Rip Chidel.
Our wife died?
Our wife died. No.
Okay.
Mr. Husband. You were devastated. After the funeral, your mother Estella came to visit and found you hardly able to function. She promptly moved in to help out with feeding. Hugo suggested you turn to Vruchism. Vruchism was his official religion to cope with your loss, of course.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Tradcaths. Listen, we're becoming Tradcaths.
Compared to the other options, one sounds better.
Less of a believer. I don't know. It doesn't sound. The world seemed dull and meaningless. I mean, that's like the other end of faith. You could say that the world is dull and meaningless because only God exists.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. 3-3 is very. What is it? It's the edits with the sad Wojak and the guy from Drive.
Oh, I hate those. Yeah. I don't want to do 3. But if you feel strongly about 3,
okay,
we can do it.
We'll do one.
I'll do 1.
Wonderful. We're gonna be Pope, King Pope. Meanwhile, the situation in the capital worsened. Rizzian nationalists continued to protest the loss of Gilles, and the country's increasing diversity. Rumors spread that an anti-monarchist movement was beginning to grow once more. Your father called Hugo back from Nizza to keep an eye on his council. Rizia has fallen.
It sounds like it.
Billions must die.
Let's see here. Alright, yeah, that's fine.
Hugo advised him as Grand Vizier. King Valero seemed powerless to trust his intentions. Hugo suggested to the king that he be entrusted with certain responsibilities. Upon agreement from the king and the royal council, he would grant him the opportunity to aid as the crown prince. He chose to concentrate on
I don't want to do a PR campaign.
Okay, so
I'd like to do it.
Internal security. We got strengthening the armed forces, increasing gold production and tax collection, enhancing the extraction of oil, coal, and gas. 5. Spearheading
Yeah.
Public relations campaign.
Yep. Do a little psyop. No. Internal security? That doesn't sound like immigration control, does it? That just sounds like.
New military formations.
I like 2.
We're not mining coal. Outsiders also took notice of the king's decline. One of them was Axel Reinhardt, the new who's Grand Duke of Palais. The new Palais. No, I don't know if it's Pales or Palais. It's Palais. Because the French names. The new ruler of the Grand Duchy of Palais. He sent you an invitation to visit him on 2 conditions. You will go alone and without your father's knowledge. I mean, our father is like Joe Biden at this point. Right?
Yeah, it's fine.
First time in Palais since Chudplay. You're surprised at how modern everything seemed now. Duke Reinhardt welcomed you to his palace. He said he was hoping to re-establish relations with Rizia once you became king. You told him that only be possible in this place. You joined Rizia where it belonged. Said you were looking forward to what has behind you. Agreed that a thaw between Rizia and Palais could be lucrative on both sides, or refused to both. This was like one of the guys that was like
Was he?
yeah.
I thought this was like that peninsula we tried to conquer. Right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, obviously he was being
Yeah. I like 2 as just like a rhetorical thing to say. Like, yeah, let's move
It's
forward.
been like 40 years.
I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, let's just move on. Maybe we'll get you back.
We're kind of like, we're not old, but we're getting.
We're almost there.
The Duke was satisfied with your answer. You spent the next 2 days getting to know him and the Dutch again. Afterwards, you.
I say we tell him.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
Oh, he was furious. Accused of betrayal. He urged you to tell him about your meeting with the Duke. It's like fucking corn pop. Kept your mouth shut and exploded into the compass. You went against Duke Reinhardt's wishes and gave your father every last detail.
I like 3.
Yeah, like so. Let's go. Joe Biden. Go down. Grew into an intelligent, self-reliant young woman. Her mother moved from Monkey back to the capital. She called you one night, her voice shaking. That's it. The king was dying. He'd gone straight to bed after dinner. When your mother went to check in on him later, she found him comatose in the bedroom. The doctor suspected a heart attack.
We rushed to see him.
Father's son. Your father looked pale as a ghost. It took all his effort to speak. In a hoarse whisper, he warned you not to follow in his footsteps. Your reign would be a fresh start for House Taurus. A new chance to take back the lands that were lost. He closed his eyes. Only after his funeral, gathered in the palace with mother and daughter, did the realization begin to dawn. From the day you were born, your entire life had been leading to this moment. Now, it was final.
Alright.
Chapter 1, King Ramos. Finally, so, character customization. This one he's covering, you know what, he's covering Nordwood.
That's right. Let's keep going. Wavy. White. Oh, that's good. I don't know if we can pass that. Ooh.
That's very good. That's a good one. That's like Norwood 20. That's it. This is A core.
That's nice.
This is the carpet furniture. The Tim.
I like that.
This one's good.
Oh, let's go bald. Or balding. Balding.
Sounds even worse. Sounds cool.
Ooh, that one's actually really cool.
Royal cap, crown. Oh, that one's a little bit too much. But it's cool. Crown. this is what happens. This is like what was the meme? This man tell you, oh, I've got all the time in the world. You know, my sperm's good until 80. No, because this is coming. 2 days.
All right, what's after crown? No hair. Oh, that's it.
So we got white hat, which is very funny. We got the wig.
I like balding.
Okay, so now facial hair. Oh man, is there a pencil moustache?
All right, let's give him some hair then.
Magnificent. Intellectual, full beard.
The Lennon beard.
No, but like this, he just looks homeless.
He's a lumberjack. Yeah.
Exactly. But I don't know.
I can't.
It's kind of weird. Circle, mark here. So we're gonna have to stare at this guy for all of the
I like this mustache.
attire. Okay, what are we wearing? We got gray suit, ceremonial attire, brown suit. This is just so flamboyant.
That looks like
Look at this one.
a waiter at a casino. Blue one.
Yeah, this is just barman. May I take your order, sir? Wise man's roll, very good.
I like that.
This is kind of funny, you know, if we're gonna like walk out in the road. What do you call it? It's what you put after a bath.
Robe.
Bathrobe, right? Bathrobe. So you're gonna like walk around in the bathrobe. You know, the little
Does look like a bathroom. I like what was the one before Red Velvet, by the way? I like Wiseman's robe or the default.
I think Wiseman's robe.
Cool. All right.
Okay, so background. Gold. I think.
I like turquoise.
This is kind of horrifying. This is like really Chinese.
Yeah, that's true.
Accessories.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is very true. This is Asian coded pipe.
I like the pipe or the cigar.
Fine. So the political party, Rizia National Coalition, Robin
RNC.
The RNC. I wanna live like that, don't you know? Okay, strategic focus selection panel. As King Roman's Taurus, you have extensive power to enact and shape the course of the Golden Kingdom. By choosing different focus options, you can gain different strategic advantages. So, we already know, right? Government structure intention. Opting for absolutism would solidify monarchy tradition within House Taurus, while considering reform aligned with House's own and the Rizian People's Party, signaling a shift towards wider civic participation and resource redistribution. Basically, communism. Horrible. Terrible. Conversely, the status quo upholds the current balance of power and provincial autonomy. Depends, right? This is kind of weird. We don't know what's happening in the country. So, oh, we can't click. Okay, we can't click. So, this is kind of a big part, unfortunately. Yes. We have a lot of lore to go through. Oh, look at this. Yummy, yummy in my tongue. We got everything. We got homosexuality banned. We got citizenship by blood right.
With blood rights.
We got drugs banned. All forms
Drugs
of
banned.
narcotic and recreational drugs is well, I mean, you can't like legalize them. You gotta go for the. You can't just make them.
You can't have street markets. Yeah. It's gotta be like gatekeeping, more or less.
Well, yeah, you can't, because you can't give it to the normal person that you want, because you want him to produce kind of your base people, you know, like the kind of normal people. That everyone isn't incredibly smart, and is like lazy or something, and he's not incredibly dumb, so he can function. He's flexible. And you can't give him clothes. But those people are also born from everyone. And so they're born from the lowest ranks of society. And the lowest ones that do menial labor, not even stuff like building, for example, because that's already like construction territory. We're talking about people who are kind of one step below street sweepers, because street sweeping and sanitary work is something that already requires a systematizing and regularity. It's very, very time specific. You know, you have to constantly be cleaning. That's something that's like coded in religious institutions. But those lowest rungs of society, they will be porters, for example. They're gonna bring stuff to you. They can wheel stuff. They can be, just like what do you call it? Like milling around people. The ones that will run to the guard and say, "Oh, help! This thing happened there," or something. And you actually kind of have drugs because a lot of them can't function without that. Because then they just become, like, in the traditional sense, schizophrenic. As in, they don't care about anything. They just cause chaos by like shitting on the street. So you would need them to like dose up on something and then go to like menial labor for like a little bit higher runs. And so that's why you can't be tyrannical with the drug. You can like ban them, have them in the law, but then you can give directions to the police, which is the way it's done in Russia, for example. That okay, you have like, I don't know, some very, very basic manual labor or clause that you just, the police should not bother for drugs.
Yeah.
That's why. Because like the way our government is controlling legalization is pretty bad. It's like they either go full hog or there's no granularity, which is something that they can actually do today with all the devices that we have. And like in the past, they're just with complex systems where you have like a city, the city had families, and they had like clans, and there was the church, the hospital stuff, but also frequently the church, the bordellos, the criminal underclass, and whatever. And it all kind of funneled upwards, but they were like self-sufficient. It's kind of gone. So, okay, let's continue with this. We got economy, right? We got resource-based economy. We got oil, gold. We got gas fields. We got rail and sea networks. Wine income tax, which is a 10% income tax rate. It's very, very, very generous. And we got football. Ooh.
Oh, here we go. That's our best resource.
Yeah, Fatima football. Fatima something else in football. Okay, look at the situations.
This is cool.
Yeah, so let's start from military, right? We're gonna start from the first. So we got military conscription, which is age 24 and older. We got 12-month long conscription. Not too bad. Around 12 months isn't terrible.
No. It's like South Korea. I think that's shorter than South Korea. Stuff like that.
Shorter than Russia. Russia has 24. We got.
They have conscription there?
No. I mean, I lived when I was like 9. And I would be ineligible.
Well, not you, but I meant in general.
Yes. Like most.
I didn't know.
I don't think it's 90%. It's gone lower now because if you go to university, you can get an exception. But it can be bad if you're in the Far East. It can be okay or even good if you're West.
Alright.
Sometimes it's very bad. Sometimes it's okay. But military conscription, provincial division obligations. We're at this one. So provinces are obligated to provide division-sized formation. 14,000.
Okay.
Rizin armed forces. We still have armed forces. Folchedator military industrial complex. Looks like a whole. So the Royal Folche Foundry is pretty much its own kind of like mini country, as you see. Well, of course, as military-industrial complexes in America, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Palace Administrative District Border Fortifications. We got, this is what do they call it in France? The Maginot Line. We got that. We got expansive network of trenches and land defenses.
Constructed two decades ago. All right.
So we got situations, right? Low military manpower pool. Lean military force. Pretty bad.
What about all those immigrants? Where are they at?
Oh, they're in the law already. Maybe even in welfare.
They're not allowed in the military.
Yeah, we're still looking over what's happening in the country, and then we're gonna like choose what's our intention. How we're gonna solve
that makes sense. Yeah.
So we got low military equipment stockpile. Basically, we have been neglecting our military, which is something that I think like if you have a nation, a big modern nation, which there seems to be, even if it has these kind of old world practices with regionalism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This still is, we have a standing army. So, low military equipment, we haven't had a war in a while, so we can neglect this. Military is something you should never neglect.
No. Especially since Rumburg or whatever, the big kingdom, they don't really have an alliance to us anymore since we killed the woman, more or less.
Kill her?
I mean, through incompetence, sailing into a storm.
Heavy reliance on foreign equipment. This is very much like Russia.
I didn't know they had a heavy reliance on foreign equipment.
It's bad. Like, at some point, they basically remained without any, what do they call it? You know, the machines that make the design inside the rifle.
Okay, yeah.
There's a word for them in English. They are like mills. Basically, they didn't have any mills. They couldn't make mills. And so now, like, it's restarted. But it was division-sized mobile forces, right? Compact but agile. While their size might seem limiting, these nimble forces can rapidly respond to emergent threats, underscoring their importance in Rizia's defensive posture. Very cool. This is also something from Russian history. This is the, like, Cossack divisions. Waning combat.
What's up with the color, by the way? Why is it red or yellow? Does that mean bad and okay?
I'm not sure.
Or is it just...
I think
Yeah, that seems like a good thing that we have mobile forces that big.
You could say it's both, right? But okay, maybe it's like importance or something. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Waning combat experience. Well, obviously, that's everyone.
All right.
Always, right? The combat experience is always waning, because like the moment that you have combat experience, you're in a war, and then that means that it doesn't matter. You can't have it waiting for the experience, but normally you're not at war, even if like something like America has been at war for most of its existence, but it's not like real. It's more like terrorism. Like when you go, it's abroad, right? In the country.
It's not a lot of people, you know.
Yeah.
It's only a couple thousand that have seen it.
So waning combat experience is omnipresent anywhere. Adequately trained officer corps. We actually have them. They're good. Good.
Oh, that's good. All right.
But lack of naval interdiction capability. Gaping hole. Big gaping hole. Nikocado size. Lack of short to medium range missiles. Some Oreshniks. Or FAB.
Like the modern bombers.
And then monarchist fighting traditions. What is this one? Soldiers draw inspiration from past monarchs, channeling their valor and wisdom and modern battlefield. The blend
Alright.
of historical reverence and martial prowess elevates the armed force morale. Oh.
That's like her perk or whatever, her buff.
Yeah, so the... Okay,
Alright.
we can go... So law. Now policies. Capital punishment. Right. Very normal. Everywhere.
Sounds good.
Exists everywhere. Homosexuality is banned. Which is weird. They wouldn't actually have the ban because ban comes after it's like a thing, you know. So for example, for most of
I suppose.
for most of Russia's
Go on.
existence, for most of the existence of Russia, it had no homosexuality ban. And like only from Peter the First, which is 18th century, he introduced like.
A ban, explicit.
No, it wasn't. It was muzhalovstvo, which you can say is like seduction, and it can be interpreted like in more ways. Of course, enforcement was impossible.
No seduction.
But it's the first time kind of like anything was done against obviously Christianity bans it.
Yeah.
You know, but it bans it because in Levitical laws, like or just the Old Testament, if you read, that's a civilization recovering from an apocalypse, which happens in the very beginning with Noah. So, of course, it makes sense that they exclude the consequences of the apocalypse. And so they have to, like, all of these things that come pouring out, they have to, like, quell them and remain these consequences. So even then, it says that what will happen, should happen. It's more of a metaphysics of reality. Okay, so
Gotcha.
semi-centralized political structure, which is the most important.
Semi-centralized constitutional monarchy. Okay, I'm fine with that current situation. We'll see how the provincial governments,
Yeah, this is just
how good they are at it.
telling us labor has restricted. What is this one? So yes, we got immigrant restrictions. Rizia, Vezhek, and Durian guest workers face rights restrictions, contrasting with native Rizian workers. Established through specific visa policies, these restrictions create discernible labor dynamics and socioeconomic disparities within the workforce. Which, looking at this, since this is like it's modern, but it's without like the mass. I think they might have TVs here, but I'm not sure. But still, probably no passports, or the passports are very simple, And so this probably, if they have a camp tax, then they have a way for controlling for that, since everyone pays, right? But people probably hire illegals, to be honest. In fact, this kind of hints at that.
Gotcha. Is that what discernible labor dynamics mean?
Yeah, I think so. Socioeconomic disparities. They just pay garbage to the veterans.
Yeah.
The symbolic House of Delegates. House of Delegates primarily plays a symbolic role in the nation's legislative framework, while members actively engage in policy debates. Their direct influence on the enactment of these policies remains notably limited. So we're going to have probably people from the House of Delegates wanting more power. State media control. Very interesting. Doesn't say what media, but it's probably newspaper.
Yeah.
So
Probably in radio.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, because we know that the phones exist because your mother called you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So stringent state oversight, consistent narrative. This level of control is pivotal in ensuring that disseminated information lines closely with state-determined objectives and perspectives. And we have citizenship by blood, right? Even if you're born outside Rizia, you still get citizenship. If you prove Rizian,
Interesting.
We have the Golcondas blasphemy. Look at this one. Significantly limits the access for Golcondas to the religious sites, leading to strained economic relations with community. Additionally, this law has raised concerns regarding the preservation of religious rights and freedoms within Rizia. Which is kind of weird. Like, do they even have those religious rights and freedoms, or is it foreign countries that want to come in with Golconda, whatever that is?
Yeah, exert influence.
We
Shall
got
see.
state religion, which is the Vruchism.
Isn't that the next country over's religion? Or am I wrong?
Not sure.
No, it's a different word that starts with W. It just sounds similar.
Teachings from Saint Das and Saint Ruche is the state-endorsed religion of Rizia. Uniquely emphasizes values of curiosity, skepticism, and expressing gratitude, resonating with a large segment of the population and us as well. But converted.
True.
Police administers this district. Of course, if you remember, it was our agreement with the guy when we went there. And so it's an important district. We have an Isa city, which is where your uncle.
Yes, our uncle runs it. That's where the revolution started.
Oh, maybe it's your uncle that actually did the revolution.
Yeah, maybe.
Culture rich, third largest city in the world. Drugs ban. Doesn't say what drugs. Okay, this is
All forms of narcotic and recreational. Okay.
No, like they don't include.
How do they
alcohol.
define that?
Well,
Yeah, exactly,
well,
right.
They don't. Do you know how you know that they don't include alcohol?
How?
Well, what are our main exports?
Wine. Yeah.
And we have a pipe in our mouth.
That's true, okay.
It's not a crack pipe, which would be funny.
That would be fun. Maybe late game if things go
Yeah,
shit.
we
You
should
can get
insert
that.
the picture of Hunter Biden. Okay. This strict prohibition also affects research and medical applications of religious substances. Okay. And then male preference primogeniture succession. Makes sense. It's still.
Alright, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so then situations. No separation of powers.
Sounds good.
This leads to rapid choices, but of course the absence of power dispersal raises brows amongst democratically inclined observers. Supporters, however, appreciate the swift decisiveness this structure brings, and as we have seen, it clearly has benefited Rizia, and it clearly has not benefited Rizia with Joe Biden and other decisions. It just means that it has higher highs and lower lows. It's not just shit for 100 years, but it's not so shit you die. It's you have amazing stuff, and then you have rival elites, which are many here. Unfair treatment of foreigners, of course. Look at this. So this is what happens. Dirty and Veshik, Bludish, and other labor. Well, I think it's the blues that are bad. The bloods and the crips.
Cool.
Labor hands as well as people navigate challenging Rizian landscape marked by biases. These foreigners, vital cogs in Rizia's economic machine, often grapple with systemic prejudices. The repercussions echo in diplomatic holes in international forums. Media censorship, we've gone through that.
Yep.
But whispers of clandestine journalism. So there is some.
No,
I
that
have to
can't
crank
be
down
true.
on the journalists. I have to kill them all.
Yep. Okay.
Weak human rights, okay, garbage, don't care. But so weak human rights, but adequate women's rights, because as we all know, women don't fit in that.
All right. Let's see. Oh wow! Look at us.
Yeah, and even with these, I guess social acceptance of women's leadership work, because your grandmother's the queen.
Oh yeah, she did a good job, didn't she?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
The
Better than our
national
father.
Moderately homogeneous society, minority communities contribute to the national mosaic. Their voices sometimes get overshadowed by the majority's drop. But they do enjoy societal privileges, which is more than can be said about modern, real life state of affairs. We have royal traditions upheld. That's pretty good. Time-honored customs of stability and continuity, affirming the kingdom's heritage and the monarchy's pivotal role in guiding its future. Cool. Economy. Let's go. Resource-based. Gold, gas, oil, other minerals, and world-class wine. Wonderful. That's what we're gonna
That's
focus
good.
on.
Yeah.
Do you remember the wine, the alcoholic civilizations versus stoner civilizations?
I've seen the meme, yeah. Is there even any stoner civilization, though?
Wait, what is a stoner civilization?
I don't know. I don't know any. Jamaica,
You
maybe.
say China is not for opium, which is brought like later, but for like tea and like these quiet things. You say Japan, like it's just
I said Jamaica.
Weed, right? With other
Yeah.
because we have what is it? I mean, alcohol is a depressant, but it can also be ecstatic, like
An
upper.
upper.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
upper. So alcohol can be a downer, but it can also be an upper, especially in lower doses, like beer or something. Right? Makes people like,
Yeah. It really depends on your physiology and like
yeah, but weed
if your liver can process it quickly. Yeah. Well, it can, honestly.
Well, okay.
It
Yeah.
it really just depends on the you know what kind of physiology you have and what your blood sugar's at. And,
Exercising with weed is pretty good.
oh, yeah, you can really feel everything.
It's one.
But sometimes it can be awful. You can like sap all your strength. It's it's interesting.
That's the one thing. Everything else, like, I think it's just terrible. Like, I have a little cube of hash sitting in in a porcelain frog. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Like, I'm not. Yeah, it's the only application because everything else is just trash. It just like knocks you on the head. But like doing.
Sex is pretty interesting on weed, but can also be nightmarish. It's one of those high-lows things.
Well, yeah. So we're an alcoholic society. Very good.
Anyways, yes.
Rizia Royal Gold. Look at this one. We got the Gold Rich Regions. RRG. It's probably another elite,
okay.
right? Another rival elite. We got the military
Okay.
complex. We got the RRG.
And the oils as well.
Escalade,
Gas
yes,
fields.
managed by Rizia Oil and Gas. Another wonderful, rival castle. So Royal Rizian Rail and Sea Network.
Alright.
Modernization, and of course Rizian Wine. Lush vineyards, centuries of wine making traditions. With exports reaching far and wide, Rizian wine not only elevate the nation's global reputation, but also infuse the economy with robust revenue streams. Income tax, improved, and of course football.
It doesn't sound like we have much industry at all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, everything
Just
is,
hard
everything is very
resource extraction.
What do you call it? It's owned by someone. It's not like government. It's not nationalized. It's kind of, they say it's nationalized, but clearly it's not. It's not like we have, in our real world, where like this, the invisible, unelected bureaucracy basically owns all of it, and they don't really like nonsense. In fact, you have like corporations like Coca-Cola that will compete more than British, BP. Coca-Cola sent mercenaries in South America. Yes, we have situations, for the coca.
Oh, that's not good.
Low extraction volume. Investors are watching closely. Oh, look at this. We got our first proof of what?
Decay? Oh.
No, of the stock market. Investors are watching closely, waiting for a We're trading. I think we got some stocks. Rigid energy economy. Okay, this is just like nation now faces a crossroads. Innovate or remain steadfast. We got low production capacity.
Yeah. Need to get that up.
Okay. Global energy prices. Average. Okay, not too bad. SKU average extraction volume. So we got the gas field is fine.
Oh.
Oil field.
We own 30% of the gold.
Here.
Not bad.
So like private. No, this is private ownership structure. So it's more fun. Even if we own, this. So this is not the majority stake. So someone may actually buy out all the other ones, and that's fun. We might lose like RNG. So this might be something that we're gonna have to like just waltz into the offices.
Okay.
Like to take the company. This
Sure.
is probably like the one thing that should be like nationalized like immediately in this case, if it's so important for our country. This is Stamgas, the bold man.
Yeah.
He did not use Rapid's protocols.
No.
Average local like now without thinking of the coal mines across Rizia maintain a steady pace, meeting the nation's industrial demands amid global shifts to renewables. Renewables in 1950? What the fuck?
I know, right? Come on now.
Environmentalists, come on. Raise concerns, shift to sustainable alternatives. Okay. But average local gold, not too bad. Okay. Most provincial taxes paid. Very good, very good. Some irregularity, but this is not. If we can get RG up, we can like own more of it, we can probably like lower it. Just trading gold. Reduction in new business. Look at this one. We have a little slump.
Interesting.
Okay. So our economy is. What do you think?
It's okay. It has a good base, but it doesn't seem like we can export much beyond resources.
Yeah.
We might need some central planning and some central investment to spur that. We'll see.
But still better than just one service economy.
Yes.
I mean, they have
Yeah, I don't think you're an energy exporter. Maybe you are. I don't know. Due to EU rules, maybe you have to.
We are one of the majority contributors to the European Union, like lines, like taxes.
Okay.
So policy, welfare, right?
Welfare traditions.
Yeah.
Traditions.
Oh, go ahead. You read this one.
Under the guidance of Liza, the Great Taurus, Rizia underwent transformative welfare reforms, particularly in education and women's rights. Kingdom-funded institutions flourished, playing a pivotal role in national development. These institutions not only provided compulsory education for all children, but also opened doors for women to produce both education and careers, setting Rizia apart in South Markova's socio-political landscape. I don't know about this stuff.
Oh, look at this one. Land chats win. Okay, wow, this is like, I don't know, is there like a single country today that favors landlords over tenants?
I'm sure.
Okay, we got market-driven housing.
The USA, I don't think is. It depends on what state you are in.
Yeah, you have squatter laws.
But maybe in a couple states. I've never heard of it happening to anybody. But it still favors the tenants. Like when I was in college, we messed up this lady's beautiful house. We didn't have to pay a dime.
Wow.
Yeah, I had these retarded roommates, and they let their dog live in my room because I wasn't there for a couple months. And they're retards, so it just shit all over the floor.
Wow.
And it was like a beautiful 1952 mid-century house with all wood floors. And they cleaned the dog shit off by pouring bleach on the wood.
Oh
Yeah, of course, it just screws the wood. So the lady had to buy all new wood floors and everything. And, yeah,
Wow,
it's a shame, I think.
Nothing happened.
Nope, nothing. Thankfully, because I was on the hook. I didn't have any money. Anywho.
Then we have fully state-owned health and educational institutions. Can work in like small-scale stuff.
I think health and education should be much lower scale, much more decentralized.
Russia's moving toward that direction. You know, like Russia might have like obviously more human rights and like censorship and all that, but it's leading the way along with USA obviously, but it's leading in homeschooling, and it has for like 20 years or something. Homeschooling in Russia is very good, yeah, and there's a lot of options. A lot of different
Really?
religious ones for like if children have like if they're deaf or mute, stuff like that. But anything like the right wing, left wing, all that exists. And well, one of the ways we can see just how kind of private education in this like how widespread, how popular it is in Russia is by looking at the standards for deaf people, and you will see that the deaf language in Russia is not standardized, as in there are multiple competing standards in languages like for the
sign languages.
Yeah, multiple ones. And so of course I think even America has a standard.
Yeah. We have state-funded like deaf and blind schools and
obviously,
so on.
that's the whole thing exists in Russia, but
Yeah,
there's also
okay.
like a lot of private ones.
Yeah.
So,
Homeschooling has a pretty bad rap here. If you bring it up to anyone that's not like either religious or conspiracy or right-wing extremist, not extremist, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
They see, because it's just coded as the weird kids growing up. Because in my generation, mainly, it was like very religious families or very sheltered people who, probably when they grow up, they're probably pretty fine. But as a kid, you know, they just seem like freaks. So, yeah.
Statistically, they do very good, especially on like
They do.
standardized testing.
Like, I'm gonna homeschool my kids or do some form that's similar. Yeah. Or even open one myself, like a merging, like
That's
a small
pretty good.
community
Let's,
school for
let's-
boys.
That's good. In fact, there's even more opportunity in going to kind of dilapidated towns or like places where just people don't live. For example, like industry dried up and like property is cheap, but there's no crime because there's very few people. What
Yeah.
you can do there is you can do decentralized university, as in you can buy out these houses, and then you can put classrooms and you can put in living. So bam, you're earning money off of families moving there, because everyone can work remote, basically. But you don't like one centralized building, and so teachers can just stay like in their own respective houses.
Yeah.
So like homeschooling should just be for kids. At this point, you can. So okay, so no.
All right,
drug
let's just.
no drug addiction should. Okay. So no official provision of support for treating drug addictions. Which is we still don't know what drugs are, but let's assume like
True.
It's heroin. Situation.
Is there any video games? We don't have video games yet, do we?
No,
Let's see
I'm
that.
not sure.
I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they might have like pinball, like 1950.
No.
Okay, so bad workers' rights. Obviously, we all know this. So, exploitative work hours, lack of proper safety measures, minimum representation, and widespread issues. Arrest in various industries. Oh shit! We're gonna have to deal with unions.
Yes, we will.
Okay, denial of access to gold countries, places of worship. Yeah, we know this, right? It's a blasphemy law.
Yeah. Overcrowding.
Gast nurist. Okay, but this isn't like a
Nudist.
no, nurists. but this isn't our problem. This is like, you know, our state's religion is different. Like if they
Oh, true.
stuff, right? That's it.
But it shows that there's a growing sect. A demand, a rival. Okay.
Lack of affordable housing. Okay. So, okay, housing market, rapid urbanization. Exactly. Precarious living conditions. We have average living standards. Life, basic amenities, education, healthcare. Luxuries remain out of reach for many, painting a picture of middling perspective. Okay, yeah, we're definitely meeting up. Co-congress. Start discrimination. Oh, state actually curbs their access to welfare services. It's pretty serious. Like, we really need to look up what congress and why it's like bad. Average amount of illegal substances. Many citizens abstain. A noticeable portion of the population continues to grapple with addiction. But
That might be okay.
Okay, welfare. Two more. Order. Ooh, policy. Golden Guard Brigade. Elite protection. Exclusively assigned to safeguard and march. Rizia. Distinctive golden time. Answer only to the monarch. Despite recruitment by the War and Security Council. Of course they don't answer only to the monarch at this point if they don't get recruited by him. This is spooky. Golden Guard kills.
True. They didn't protect us earlier.
Exactly.
We got kidnapped.
Yes. Very good. You noticed. The Rizian police force. Okay, but provinces retain autonomy over their branches. But all operations fall under the federal oversight of the War and Security Council. Very powerful guy. We'll have to talk to him. Particularly the central force in Rizia Imperii. Provincial police forces, but they remain autonomous for local activities, but they cannot extend their operation beyond their designated provinces. This is going to be like a problem, right? That they can't send for backup, basically, even provinces. And they can't cooperate, so like a person might go from one province to the other and might hide in one. Right. Okay, we got Rizzian Royal Intelligence Service.
The RIS, the Riz, alright.
The Riz. Okay, so we got the CIA, the feds.
Yep.
And border guards. Oh, the border guards are like separate. Oh, their mandate also encompasses ensuring proper immigration practices. Okay, situations. Ineffective foreign intelligence. Oh, no feds. Feds are bad.
No.
Weak border security. So we got the surge in drug trade, smuggling, and unauthorized migration. And our nation's borders will become porous.
Now we want to nationalize the illegal drug trade. Make sure they're getting the good stuff.
Exactly, very good.
Yeah.
We can basically capture them and just produce that. Matter of fact, sell it to people and see what
The ones that really need it. Alright. Lack of order in Isa. Why is that?
So, wow, recent events have overwhelmed Isa, plunging the city-state into chaos. The local law enforcement struggles to maintain control. Its various groups capitalize on the instability.
Our little Nazis are causing trouble.
Yeah.
Alright.
Rallies and patrols becoming a frequent sight. Wow. Limited King's Guard force. Shortage of personnel.
That's good.
Some autonomous provincial policing. Yeah, obviously. Sometimes complicates national level coordination and standardization. Su Omen are big, right? So now they have neighborhood patrols and rallies, and they beat up the migrants and the asylums.
That's fine.
We're gonna use them. We're going to integrate, infiltrate, and then radicalize them towards other means. Look at this non-violent resistance in Brennas. House zones recent punishment measures and the underlying pressures on Brennas ignite sparks of resistance. Crowds gather to express their grievances, albeit in a non-violent manner, demanding attention from the central age. Persistent drug trade. So hindered by sporadic anti-drug operations, but it continues to flourish in some ways. We'll do something about it. That seems important. It's been mentioned like 5 times.
Yeah, it really has.
House Door's regal stability.
That's good. All right.
No revolutionary threat.
We shall see.
Okay, that's pretty good, but that's always wrong. Because there's always we're gonna be super, so we're gonna say final one, diplomacy. Okay, so this one is probably like the biggest one because not because of this like a lot of things, but because there's a lot of nations and all the nations have their own rivalries and so on and so forth. Alliance of Nations. Yes. And we are a member of it. Very good.
No good.
Great. Guild of Royal Allies for Commercial Exchange. So it's basically, what do you call it? American NAFTA?
Yeah.
Okay, founding member Rumber. Zeal Agreement of 1927. Rizia is seeking military support against the rebels. Ah, yeah, you remember this one?
Oh, we get that back next year.
Yep.
We'll see about that. We'll see if they give it back to us in 2 years.
Maybe we need it, or maybe we don't. We'll see. Maybe we'll just mine more gold on our side. Or maybe we can fund rebels within it, make it independent, and then make it alive with us. Right? Something like that.
You can do that? Like, you can do that in this game?
I think so. I think that's, well, so it's a choose your own adventure game, right?
Yes.
But it becomes a little bit bigger, but like you choose these specific things to focus on. There's more metrics, like you can make them pay more, you can make them pay less, you can spend more money, and so on. So there's a lot of it. And I think maybe that's something that's gonna happen.
Okay. OMAC.
Right, an option. OMAC, the Organization for Recoupment Economic Cooperation. Okay, so it's it's like a scientific treaty.
Harmonization of trade policies. All right.
Republic of Morella. Gold mining. So this is not good. But situation. Of course, lost territory of Silla. National pride and history. Strategic positioning. Resource allocation. Weak power projection. Yeah, because our military is kind of bad.
Yeah.
Small pro-Rizia. We have the what do they call it? Do you remember?
Su Almana. Yeah. There we go. Su Almana.
Okay, weak pro-Rizia armed resistance. Zeal's return to Rizia. Because we already have people working on this.
Interesting.
It's going to us right now. Encroachment global rivalry. Arcasian Treaty Alliance. Superpower Arcadia, which is Arcadia, I'm pretty sure is America in this case.
Okay.
Oh no. Arcadia is the other communist. You see, the millennialist socialist superpower. United oh no. I'm stupid again. Arcadia is something different because it's the United Comtana. That's the communist.
Yes.
So regional cultural projection, where, well, of course, because of wine, right? Rizzian culture.
Wine and football.
Wine and football. Average trade volume.
Alright. Key mitts.
International trade zone. And then global market support. Oh, okay. All the kings level.
That's cool.
Whew,
Alright.
Okay. And this one we have Royal Council.
That's her uncle.
That's our uncle. Oh no! Oh no! he's gonna look as like pathetic. You see, he has fallen great.
Yes. He looks cool. He's got some asymmetric eyes, but that's alright.
No. I just realized we created Durlawanger! Fuck.
Alright. Anything important about this guy? Very important. He's very old.
Yeah, we're gonna just come on.
But
we'll read about him when he comes up. So
sure will. Oh my god, look at all these people.
Yeah, family, foreign leaders, others. But when they come up, we're gonna read about them.
Who's Dwight Walker? Wait, go back. Let me just see who Dwight Walker is. Up.
Dwight Walker. Accomplished Artesian position. Yeah, Artesian is married.
Okay.
He's a businessman. He's an oligarch. Ultra-capitalist and libertarian policies. Very good.
Very good.
So let's see. We go connections. So we got Grand Vicerer. Do you have anything about like Vrohism?
Yeah.
This is the Pope, basically, right?
Okay.
Is there like history?
Where's history? Ideology, religion?
Religion.
There we are.
Look at this, Vrohism. Okay, so let's just read this so we know what our state religion is. Let's go. You read the first two paragraphs.
Okay, sure. Ruhism is one of the two main branches of Nurity, a monotheistic religion centered around the belief in the divine God and Saint Dast as the divine messenger. Advocating for a more interpretive approach to religious teachings, Ruhesists not only studied the teachings of Saint Dast, but also those of his disciples, Saint Ruhek, who they think is finally appointed as Dast's successor. Okay. A distinguishing characteristic of Ruhism is its emphasis on curiosity and skepticism as essential components for achieving Golconda, the divinely ordained pillar symbolizing the axis of life that Nourish strive to build in order to attain salvation. Ruhis's teachings underscore the importance of expressing gratitude and bringing joy to others, without any expectation of compensation as the primary means to purify one's mind and advance on the path of enlightenment.
One of the branches of Ruhism is Golcondism, which follows a unique, strict interpretation of faith and emphasizes the spiritual life. This branch maintains its own traditions and practices and is mainly practiced in Rizia and by the Bludish population, further enriching the religious landscape of Nurity. Ruhisist sanctuaries are often led by a vicerer, a wise person or teacher, instead of a traditional priest, a rabbi, basically. These vicerers guide the faithful in understanding and applying the teachings of Saint Dast, Saint Ruhek, and other disciples, promoting a more comprehensive and open approach to the religion. This inclusive perspective has allowed Ruhism to evolve and adapt to the diverse needs of its followers, fostering a vibrant and dynamic religious community. So Golcondism, it's a fundamentalist and extremist branch of Ruhism in the broad framework of Nurity.
Okay.
It's recognized for its emphasis on warrior culture and the pursuit of a physical manifestation of heaven on earth.
Cool, alright.
Yeah.
See, diverges with advocacy for liberation from worldly ties, promoting a life where followers cast away material possessions, go incel, and engage in rigorous prayer and meditation. That doesn't sound like warrior, but we'll see.
I guess intensive spiritual discipline.
Yeah, I guess so, yes.
So, okay, so they are kind of the extremists, and we are the...
Oh, it...
Yep.
Except it advocates for homosexuality.
Let's see, go on.
Right there. It's the second paragraph on the bottom.
So they disallow women.
No, love
what
men
the fuck?
is particularly seen as more sacred than the earthly bonds between men and women.
Gay Taliban? We must destroy them. Mr. Durlewanger here, which is, man, how the fuck did we achieve Durlewanger? Pope Durlewanger, come on. Okay.
Too bad we can't change the eye color, but alright.
Yeah. He's not A10, he's green eyes.
That's not bad. That's like the third row. Like Hazel.
Okay, there's a bunch of other stuff. Once they come up, we're gonna do them. So we got Royal Council, House of Delegates. So we got.
Why do we have this?
I don't know. We read that it is.
We'll find out.
Yeah, it's mostly like not real.
Okay.
Noble houses. This is the actual thing that matters. But this might.
Okay.
House.
That Lucida lady, she runs the military or the war council or something. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Duchess of
War. I think we should maybe marry this woman. We'll see.
She's got a jaw bigger than us.
She can't resist.
So locations, organizations. Okay, so journal, turn 1, finally. So we got a little rundown, right? So how are we gonna solve all of these problems? Let's go. Hutch, please summarize the main problems of this wonderful kingdom of Rizia.
All right, our main problems. We have little industrial base. Our economy is mainly based on resources. We've lost what the game calls territorial integrity. We've lost some ancient territories we've owned. Currently, our neighbors owns one of our more gold-producing countries as part of a loan. We have kind of some internal societal strife with increased immigration in the past years, where they're working under the table, and as a result, pro-nationalist sentiment is growing, and they're advocating for aggressive military actions and anti-foreigner policies, it seems. Think I missed any?
No. So how are we going to solve it? Are we going to go full hog? Are we going to try to do something different? As in something gay? Most likely, this looks like reform, right? Or are we going to continue kind of doing what we were doing? Because, well, you know, not many years have passed since, like, horrible shit has happened. Right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we should go absolutism, get a little more power.
Let's go full hog.
Yes, we're going full hog. We need to update the economy.
Yeah.
And make it more competitive.
Next, economic strategy.
Let's see here.
Focus on strengthening our resource economy includes leveraging natural assets and safeguarding long-term energy commitments. Alternatively, diversifying the economy beyond resource reliance aims for a balanced financial landscape, mitigating over-reliance risks. A mixed strategy offers more flexibility. And then we have statistics, extracting resources,
for energy,
budget, and authority.
Kind of like a mixed approach here.
Gives us more authority. Foreign affairs. What are we gonna do?
Let's see here. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Interventionism, appeasement, or third way.
We're not very strong militarily, are we?
No.
Yeah. Interventionism does not sound like a smart idea. Though we'd get a lot of, and we rely so much on foreign material. That sounds like a poor idea.
Because like third way, we will have too many rival castles.
Yeah, I think appeasement for now is where we're gonna have to go.
Okay, military branch focus. Look at this one. Rizzian Air Force. If you remember, we got all Romans.
Yeah.
Rizzian Army. We could do Rizzian Navy, which is something we don't have at all. Or we could just do none.
No.
Also kind of interesting. But we can't.
But yeah, you're right.
You know, like, none just seems like spooky. Scary.
And we have so much resources. I feel like our budget isn't that. Oh, let's see here. Interesting. What's lightning bolt? Is that authority? No, that's energy probably.
Energy, yeah. We contribute to grace. And authority. But lost their third language. None is
I
funny.
say.
What do you think?
Air Force.
Air Force. Yeah, so we're just going to say, Navy is on the path of getting drones, maybe.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Lena's wedding ring unlocked.
Yes, we got the. It is. But we are in the map. We are here.
Oh.
We got a bunch of stuff. I think we can go to national, so regional map. Unfortunately, I can't zoom out all, but I can go like this. Kingdom of
Gotcha.
Rumburg, right? Volksland, which are the communies. Quebec, Normand. Look at this. Oh yeah, as you see, this is like a table. So here's the ring,
Yeah.
for example, right? Your wife Nina's wedding. Blue amethyst reminds you of her eyes. Names carved into the gold. No, I think this.
You can see some stuff. It's just illegible.
So,
Okay.
This one. Then we have our. Let's see. So that's the table. Look at this. We
Gotcha.
have that's the bureau. Oh, it's kind of cool. So we have the journal. We have lipstick. Is that a bullet? What do you think?
That's your cyanide tablet.
Oh no, that's the cap from the pen. Encyclopedia Rizzius. Okay, cool.
All right. Nice.
Turn to
Regional map.
Oh yeah. Let's look at the region. So we are
There's
very.
Brennus.
Porte de Raison. This is the Zeal territory. So as you see, it's pretty
Yes.
spooky. We can get
Are we on a peninsula? What are we on? An island?
So we're
Yeah.
connected with bordering Morella.
Okay.
We got an administrative district.
There's. How did we not conquer that little thing? Come on,
Which
man.
one?
Palace.
Well, because it's it's actually part of the kingdom, but not really, right? It's the administrative
Okay.
district, if you remember. It's like concession.
I thought the green is the administrative district. Palace is a different country.
Actually, well, let's see. So it's a grand duchy. So military relations neutral. I think if you remember, we were just reading about it. We were like part of it, but then it got conquered away.
Okay. What was that territory we tried to conquer and we lost the war and we had to give up Zeal? I thought it was
I
Palace.
think so we gave away this one, right? But then
Yes.
we tried to get maybe it was Palace actually. Maybe that
That's what I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we've already
Anywho.
forgotten like 10%.
Jeez.
It happens, it's fine. We're gonna be reminded of it every single time we play. So yeah, this is our little country here. What do you say? You up for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes, an hour or something?
Yeah. Let me get a snack.
Okay. No, I'll just wait for you.
Be right back. Thank you, sir.
I'll just put some stuff. So, let's go for Su Omina. Wonderful, wonderful boosters. Su Omina is a nationalist organization based in the province of Brenna, with smaller branches active across Rizia. Its self-proclaimed goal is to put native Rizians above all. Let's see. Take a look at it. 1 second. Okay, we're doing well. Just check the street. So, its self-proclaimed goal is to put native Rizians above all. The literal translation of the Rizian phrase Su Omina, and restore the borders the kingdom had prior to the taking of Palace and Rizia. The organization was founded in 1932 as Vejek civilians fleeing the war began to enter Rizia via the region of Zil. Wanting to maintain Velen's favor, King Valiru Taurus kept Rizia's borders open, imposing a quota system by which Brenna accepted the majority of arrivals, with Monteclar and Rizia Imperium taking on smaller numbers and Valenkiri the least amount. Claiming the refugees presented a threat to Rizian values and were putting an undue amount of pressure on the country's social system, a handful of citizens in Ita began organizing weekly protests with the tacit approval of the then Duke Hugo Torres. At first poorly attended, the gatherings grew over the next decade as immigration from Velen and increasingly extremist Dirdia continued. The 1941 recruitment of Rico Torres, King Valiru's nephew, resulted in a larger public spotlight and many new members for the organization. Su Omina's current activities include weekly neighborhood patrols in Itza, Port-Trezon, Monteclar, and Montpellier,
Alright.
as well as
sorry.
rallies hosted on the grounds of Rico Torres' royal residence in Itza. Members have organized boycotts of Vejek-owned businesses and pressured local governments into shutting off aid for asylum seekers, but no direct violence has been recorded as a result of it. Yeah, well, I'm reading it because a lot of people are going to watch this with their games. Stuff like that. No one's just going to look at us reading stuff. That's how it works.
Of
today
course,
on
that
YouTube.
makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
pirates
I'll
for sure.
try and I'll read some more, but you're such a good reader. I like listening to you.
Come on, it's just it happens to be something that runs in the family.
What's chatterboxes? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Terrible. So-
Being quiet is in my family.
That's okay. That's good. We can't both be chatterboxes. Even if when I played a similar game with Paul Fahrenheit, I think you remember I sent you.
I watched, yeah. The Sir Bronte or whatever.
Yeah, Sir Bronte. He was a very, very chatty fella, and he was very smart.
Yeah, you guys both were. It was a really good stream. You guys are like two big dogs.
Okay, so go ahead.
Anyway.
Yeah, you can.
All right. The angelic sounding voices of a boys' choir echoed through the great hall of Palace Rezna. To most Rizians, this was the grandest room and the grandest building in the entire country. To me, it was just home. I remembered wandering between the mosaic tiled columns as a bored teenager, goofing off with Pablo in the upper gallery as my father met with foreign dignitaries. And of course, this was where I'd married Lena. I sat upright in the Sila Aurica, the gold-plated wooden throne on which all monarchs of Rizia were coronated. The hall before me was filled with nobles, politicians, business magnates, and even movie stars. A television crew moved up and down the aisles, broadcasting the ceremony to the Rizian public for the first time. My mother was sitting in the front row next to Uncle Hugo. Tradition dictated that in the absence of a king or queen consort, the seat next to me be filled by the successor to the throne, Vina, plucked at a stray thread in her gown.
How are you feeling,
Vina.
father? Oh, okay. I won't do.
No, yeah.
Yeah, go
You can be Vina. That
okay,
feels right to
I'll
me.
do, let's see. So I'll do the. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? I'll just do like calm, normal voice. How are you feeling, father?
1, ready for the next chapter. 2, honestly a little nervous. 3, my feelings are none of your business. Ready for the next chapter, honey. Oh, smiled.
Me too. I wish mother was the one sitting here, though.
The final notes of the coronation hymn, "By his sword I live," rang out. Unexpected silence filled the hall. It was broken by the sound of shuffling footsteps. The cameras followed Grand Wiseman Sal Ignatius as he walked slowly down the central aisle, bearing a velvet cushion. He presented it in front of me. On it was the Taurus crown, a black onyx orb, and a scroll containing the words to the royal oath. Recite the oath, take the orb, look at the crown, look at Estella. I guess recite the oath. Took the scroll off the cushion and read aloud from it. I hereby pledge myself in service to the great nation of Rizia and its people. I promise to guide my country with a steadfast hand, to uphold the laws of this land under Saint Ruhek's watchful eye, to wield the sword of justice and the shield of mercy in equal measure. All this I shall do until the day I die. Look at the... Let's take the orb.
The orb.
I lifted the orb off the cushion and ran my fingers across its smooth surface. It was inlaid with a trio of diamonds representing the 3 royal houses of Rizia, Torres, Azaro, and Sazon. Let's look at the crown. I gazed at the Torres crown, forged when my family took the throne 150 years ago. It was made of pure gold, adorned with 2 twisting spires resembling bull's horns. That's nice. I caught my mother's eye. She gave me a conspiratorial wink. Sal Ignatius.
Yeah, I'll do Sal like Italian. May Saint Ruhek fill you with his Holy Spirit on this day, as he did your ancestors before you.
This reminds me of a Chinese guy or something. With trembling hands, Grand Wiseman Ignatius lifted the crown off the cushion. I could spot a gray hair still clinging to its inner rim, my father's.
May you keep the promises you have made before God and your people.
The crown came down on my head. Its heftiness surprised me.
By the divine power rested in me, I proclaim you sovereign King of Rizia.
Thank you.
Arise, King Romus.
Stand up. I stood. The choir broke into On Shores of Gold, the Rizian national anthem. According to royal tradition, this was my signal to march down the aisle and up to the palace balcony to greet the public. Proceed with the coronation. I decided to proceed without making a speech. Everyone in the crowd bowed their heads as Vina and I made our way down the aisle. I passed my cousin Rico in the second row. He kept his head down and didn't acknowledge me. Rico, looking pretty swarthy, Rico.
He's known to tolerate and encourage the activities of nationalist organization Superman. For some reason, he's the real Durlewang, move aside. Man, we fucking can't believe we just like randomly picked out the Durlewang.
That's pretty crazy. As we kept walking, I recognized various other members of Rizia's 3 royal houses, as well as monarchs from distant kingdoms. The entire back row was reserved for the Rumburgian royal family and their entourage. I could feel my sister-in-law's Beatrice's eyes on me. We reached the end of the hall, where a spiral staircase led to the palace balcony. Alone or with our daughter? We can do it with the daughter. She gets shot on the balcony.
Hutch, you gotta read it.
Oh my god, sorry. Come, Vina, let's greet your future subjects. My daughter beamed and put her arm through mine. We walked up and up the stairs until we came to a door. Open it. I stepped out onto the balcony. The sunlight was so dazzling I was almost blinded. When my eyes adjusted, I regarded the scene below me. Thousands and thousands of people were packed onto the palace grounds. Some waving the Rizian flag, others the House Taurus banner. Just beyond them at the gates, the police easily held back a small pocket of protesters. I paid little attention to them. I was focused on the noise of the crowd, an overwhelming roar that gradually cohered into a single chant, Salutanes Axa Rejunovus. All hail the new king.
All hail the new king, baby! Yes!
That's right.
Wonderful reading. So yeah.
Okay.
So
all right, now we're in the game.
Yeah, this is kind of how it functions. So we got a quadrillion things that come up. So these are like, you know, look at this. For example, here we have
Holy shit.
a ton of things that we can do. Yeah, as you see. We got country, we got report, right? So for example, we're gonna read the report. Queen Beatrice embraced in formal congratulations. Upon returning home from the coronation ceremony, Queen Beatrice Livingston sent an official message of congratulations on behalf of both Rumburg and Grace, the Guild of Royal Allies for Commercial Exchange. She welcomed us to the ranks of the world's remaining monarchs and attached a personal note expressing her sorrow that her sister did not live to see our coronation.
Is she married? Yes, she's the queen. She must be married.
We don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. Look at this. Kingdom of Rumburg, right? We got the friendly relations, obviously. She is queen. She has been death of her father, invasion. She invaded Agnulia.
Gained infamy for selling weapons to both the attackers and defenders during the Welland Civil War.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Okay, she's a horrible bitch. She killed me in the main game, basically. Unfortunately. So I don't like her. But whatever my ideas, it doesn't matter because this is a new.
That's in the past, Bobby. It's in the past.
We got the newest Republic of Duria. Supreme Wiseman Asmal sends congratulations from Duria. Durian leader Yorga Ashmal has sent us a message of congratulations following our coronation, as well as his assurance that God is with us, despite our differing interpretations of the Ruheshist religion. He invites us to join him for a friendly conversation in the capital of Niel at our leisure.
Lovely.
This one, which is Monkey.
Aren't we the Duke of Monkey? No, we're not. Yeah, we're the Duke of that province.
Unfortunately.
We were.
Let's see. Journal. Past reports. Turn 1. This was Monkeys. Here it is. So, Hubertus Torres, appointed acting Duke of Valenquerie, with the governing seat of Monkey open after our ascension to the throne. It was decided that our cousin Hubertus, the closest Torah relative living in the province, would assume the position until if and when Princess Vina is appointed Duchess. In a private message, he sent his assurances that he and his family would remain servants to the king. Wonderful. Next, we got from Montaclar
Either report coronation
Good name.
honored at Camp Domus. To mark our coronation, acting War and Security Council Duchess Lucita Azaro, together with head of the armed forces Carlos Robles Azaro, led the military forces in Camp Domus in special exercises. Most other high-ranking members of House Azaro were present at the festivities, with the exception of General Thaddeus, who remained in hospital after suffering a stroke. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Next one, Republic of Morella. Morellan Prime Minister Alma Sultana sends congratulations and a gift. The newly elected Prime Minister of Morella reached out to us after our coronation, sending her best wishes and desire to work more closely together, especially on matters regarding the Meftium International Trade Zone. She sends a gift. The gift is this little wax seed.
Lovely.
No, there's no information on the gift. Okay, and the last one is the Saison's formal congratulations. The Saison nobility has issued their formal congratulations on our coronation. Family members hosted an outdoor screening of the ceremony at Arena Salab, attended by citizens from across the province of Brena. Which is, we got confirmations that we have what kind of technology?
Oh, yeah, some sort of movie, film.
Exactly. We got some sort of projections. But this is kind of it. It is now. Okay, we can do. We'll do till 7:30. Okay, so we got 3 things. Well, 2 things. We got early morning at Palace Reznan, and we got coronation celebrations. So we gotta do this first. I'll read it and you do the dialogues, okay?
Roger that.
Unless we get like the repeating characters. So you get some characters, I get some characters. We kind of play around with the voices.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
The morning after my coronation, I was woken up by a knock on the door. It took me a few seconds to remember where I was. The royal bedroom on the top floor of the residential wing of Palace Rezna made the one in the Torah Palace in Monkey look shabby. Ornate gold trim covered the walls. I was alone in a bed that could easily have slept 4. The knocking on the door continued. I'm sleeping.
No. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
that sounds kind of funny.
Go away. I'm sleeping. You know what? You do the main character, okay?
Oh, yeah. Go away. I'm sleeping. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
but you do the voice for the main character, because you're pretty
Roger
good.
that.
Okay. The door swung open. Pavel walked in, beaming.
Oh, my boy.
I'll do his voice. After I'd left for Monkey, my friend had worked his way up to chief butler. It was hard to believe he was now head of my royal household. Rise and shine, your majesty. What would his voice be like? He was like a ruffian, something like that. So, but he's now your butler, so he like takes...
Hey, rise and shine, your majesty.
Rise and shine, your majesty.
Oh, it's good to see you, Pavel.
You too. He drew back the heavy velvet curtains. Sunshine flooded the room. Romans Taras, king of Rizia. You've come a long way since we were kids.
So have you, Mr. Chief Butler.
Not bad for the groundskeeper's son. Of course, it helped to have friends in high places. He looked me in the eyes. Forgive me if I'm overstepping, but how are you doing? I know you and your father didn't get along by the end, but it's never easy to lose a parent.
It must have been even harder being his butler.
You gotta do the main character voice though.
Yes.
Remember. Something dark passed across Pavel's face. He had his difficult moments, but I tried my best to make him comfortable in his last days. he opened the doors of my armoire and began pulling out items of clothing. You have quite the packed schedule this morning. Why don't you eat breakfast with the girls while I get your outfit ready?
That sounds great.
Queen Mother Estella and Princess Vina must be waiting already. You should get a move on. Don't worry, Your Majesty. I'll make sure you're the best dressed king in Rizian history.
I expect nothing less.
I haven't forgotten. Be Marvel und Oxid Sol. I recognize the slogan we'd made up as kids. Two tides rise, one sun sets.
Thanks, Pablo. Let's catch up later.
Enjoy your breakfast. Still in my dressing gown, I headed downstairs. In the eastern dining room, an enormous breakfast spread had been laid out. My mother was already sitting at the table, digging a spoon into a single grapefruit half.
Good morning, Mother.
Same to you, darling.
That's pretty good, man. Alright, let me do this since it's my guy's narrating. Okay. Despite the early hour, my mother was already in her full makeup. She dabbed at her lips with a napkin.
I hope you're satisfied with yesterday's coronation. Your father's wasn't nearly as well attended.
What can I say? My people love me.
They love to be seen on television. You, they're not so sure about.
Her eyes grew serious.
What was in that letter she wrote you, by the way? I never asked.
Interesting. He told me to take back the lands that were lost.
Suzerain Palace, I suppose. She never did give up on the Grand Duchy. It's a pity she didn't leave to preside over my homeland's big return to Rizia. But soon you will.
Alright, Zeal will be ours again, and so will Potters.
I never cared much about Palace, but I don't have to tell you how much Zil means to me. But don't let my nattering on keep you from eating. A king needs energy.
She handed me a risetta, the traditional rice and quince custard tart. That sounds pretty good. The crust was exceptionally flaky. Just then, Vina came bounding down the stairs.
Isn't it a lovely morning?
My daughter kissed Mother in the cheek, then gave me a shy wave.
I nearly got lost on the way here. I nearly got lost on the way here. Grandma, why didn't you tell me this place had such a big library? Because I didn't want you holed up in there all the time. A grandmother's got to see her granddaughter every so often, you know?
Vina eagerly took a plate and started piling it high with pastries. My mother clicked her tongue disapprovingly.
Not too many of those. The sweeter the taste, the whiter the waist. Don't you agree, Rose?
Pastries are peaty. I don't know here. It's tough. It's a special occasion. Our diet can start tomorrow.
They're not full of seed oils.
Yeah. I don't know. Vina took a bite of a risetta and gave an exaggerated sigh of pleasure. My mother rolled her eyes. A lot of drama at the breakfast table.
Suit
Fucking
yourself.
women here. Jesus.
Now, if anyone in this place could make a halfway decent strudel, that would be worth ruining one's figure for.
We ate for a while in silence. Vina looked lost in thought. Finally, she spoke up.
Father, I wanted to ask you something. You know that I'm 18 now.
Uh-oh.
What will King Chud do?
What do you think, Bobby? Should we get her husband, get her educated?
Yeah, let's go. Husband time. Look at her. She's already like getting. She's hitting the wall.
She's got those.
She's hitting
Yeah,
the
she's got wrinkles from scowling already. My God. All right.
She's hitting the wall. Ah.
Husband it is. Husband. I know. We're already behind on finding you a husband.
That's not what I meant. I was thinking I'm old enough to accompany you to your council meetings. It's unusual for a female heir to join the council, I know. But didn't you do the same when you were my age?
I don't. How do you want to take this, Bobby?
I don't know. It's weird if she like accompanies me. Whatever. It's like
I have no idea.
It's husband Jack again. We're coming.
Is she a genius? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. What about her? Let's see. At age 10, she narrowly survived the road accident. Nothing. She just hit the wall at 18. Wearing.
God.
Yeah, she looks exceptionally ugly. You know, you can't tell her.
She's.
No, you will distract the men with your ugliness. You fucking dour bitch.
She's got some wide shoulders too.
Yeah.
No wonder she survived that boat sinking.
She's a bigger
She's a
jaw
natural
than
swimmer.
me. I think.
Yeah, let's give her the round of what's it called? The rigor round. Yes, they were too dull to bear.
Yeah,
I don't know.
too dull to bear. But it seems fascinating to me. No, that's not. It seems fascinating to me. And if I'm going to live up to the legacy of Liza the Great, I'm going to have to start early. What do we have here? My grandmother's achievement is no great. This is something I'm born with.
My grandmother didn't get her wisdom from serving on her father's council. I like that one the best. We support her, but we actually are concerned with making her as, good as she could be. Could be an asset. My grandmother, Queen Liza, didn't get her wisdom from serving on her father's council.
That's not fair. She was already queen by the time she was my age. That's true, sweetheart. But your father is the one wearing the crown right now. Not Liza, and not you. Yet.
She looked at me sharply. Estella, that is.
And what your father needs is for your lovely little face to be seen at balls and ribbon-cutting ceremonies, not hidden behind council doors. Here. Oh, sounds so much. Man, this is like already getting tough. We're like teaching
It really is.
our ugly Gablina. Like we're trying to get her to not sabotage diplomatic meetings. Let's see, where can we send this troll off to?
I like 4. It is true you'll learn more about how the world works by being out in it, not by shadowing me.
Going to balls won't teach me how decrees are made, or how to negotiate with foreign leaders. Only time served on the council will do that.
I don't know if that's true.
You want to spend the best years of your life cooped up in that den of snakes? The council isn't some wise, all-knowing entity. Everyone on it is only looking after their own house and their own stature. And God help you if you get in the way of
either of those. I would not discount their wisdom. I have always found it odd that we trust the country's direction. My father may
Elite theory skepticism.
let's see. Which one? The councillors represent many cumulative decades of... well, yeah, she, obviously. Stella has read her populist delusion.
Yes, she has. My father may have allowed his council to run roughshod over him. I will not make that mistake. Interesting.
I think it's 3, right?
Yeah.
It's like...
My father may have allowed his council to run roughshod over him. I will not make that mistake.
If navigating the council's self-interest will be part of my future duties, I need to learn how to do that too. I promise it'll be like I'm not even there, and I'll step out in public as much as I can.
Vina looked at me with pleading eyes.
That's an order.
I mean, she is our heir, isn't she?
Yeah, but like we might get another one. Who knows? We're still. I don't know if being bold is that you're representatives of our boys. Can they swim? Are Durlewangers bulls alive?
Surely.
Surely, they must be.
So we can let her come. We can let her come and insult her grandmother. We can say no, or we can give credit to grandma and say no. Bobby, what you thinking?
I think she's gonna fucking sabotage us if we do.
Really?
Because she.
Oh, if we say no, yeah, I think we should say yes as well.
Yeah, because like otherwise it's just gonna. Because we need her. We need to have something over her, right? We can let her larp as a little queen or princess or whatever, right? She's gonna be there. Yeah. She's gonna be bouncing on the knees of like old farts or something, running around. Plus, this is what is called agonistic buffering. Do you know what agonistic buffering is?
No.
It's when this happens in a lot of mammals, but primarily in primates, where when there's a meeting between two men of the tribes, let's call them alphas, right? We have like tribe 1 of the primates and tribe 2. If they don't want to fight, like now, if they're not like in a war, they will bring their child with them. And that child will moderate the behavior of both of them. Because they will basically be less violent. This happens everywhere. This happens in politics all the time. Everywhere. Like Elon Musk now, he like brings his kid everywhere with him. I don't know, the movie There Will Be Blood. But in general, this is like what monkeys do. This is what orangutans do. This is what bonobos do. Chimps, everything. It is a universal...
Let's chimp out then.
Yeah, we're gonna chimp out. Alright, Vina. Go ahead, you read it.
Alright, Vina. You can come to the meetings. My daughter's face lit up.
Thank you! Woo! I can't wait to start! Oh, I better refresh myself on Rizia law. Yuppie, yummers.
She pushed her plate away and dashed back up the stairs. When she was gone, my mother lit a cigarette.
You do realize that she'll be nothing but a liability to you in that room.
So we can say, I don't give a fuck what you say, bitch. We can say more of Taurus on the council.
Yeah, but she was. That's pretty awful. That's like spoiled.
That's pretty bad. Yeah. She's the heir apparent. It'll be good education
but 4 is pretty good too. The council's an antiquated.
4, what does it matter? The council's an antiquated institution anyways.
You do 3, which is true that one more Taurus on the council
3.
is an asset.
I like 3 or 4.
think we'll do 3 because then she's
Okay.
gonna like
One
it.
more Taurus on the council is an asset, not a liability.
I hope you're right.
The clock struck 9:15. My first council meeting was starting soon. I excused myself from the table. As I was leaving the dining room, my mother cleared her throat.
He always believed you'd make a good king, you know. Even if he didn't always shoot. That's pretty good.
Yeah, bullshit. Her laughter followed me up the stairs.
Wonderful. This has been amazing. Started
Yes,
the game.
fun game.
We got refreshed on all the lore. We read a ton of stuff. This is great. So next time, if you're available next week, right? Celebrations on. You write to me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna complete this. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, this is fun, Bobby. Thanks for having me.
Thanks you so much, Hutch. It was great.
All right, I need to practice some voices, I think.
Okay.
I need to work on my lady voices.
Okay.
This is fun, dude. Thanks for
It was
letting me do
wonderful.
this
It
with
was
you.
wonderful. Thank you so much. See ya.
All right. Have a good Christmas. Bye-bye.